Hello guys, let's continue our series of Maharashtra history again. So in the previous session, what we have discussed was why was the need of social religious reform movement. We have seen that particular thing, how Britishers established themselves in a short while, and then Renaissance. Why this particular thing came into prominence? We have seen this particular thing, causes of Renaissance. We have seen this. Okay. Now from this session, we'll be starting with the part of social reformers. Again, just to make you clear that as of now, we are just discussing the facts of 11th standard book. Okay? We're not going in much details, or we're not going towards the depth, much more depth, okay, which we'll be covering in the upcoming sessions. As of now, we are just focusing on 11th state board of history, and that too old. Okay, as of now, we are just focusing on this particular. So let's continue again. Social reformers. Our series of social reform. So the first one about whom we are going to study is none other than a person called as Jagannath Shankershet. Okay. The person about whom we are going to see now is none other than Jagannath Shankershet. You can say he was born somewhere in 1803 and lived till 65. Okay. He was born in 1803 and he lived till 1865. You can say a brief period of 62 years, approximately 62. Okay. And talking more about this particular person, you can say that he was born on 10th of February 1803. Okay, at a place called as Murbad. And where is this place located? It is located in today's Thane, in Thane district. Okay, Murbad is present in Thane district. Now, talking more about this particular person, his name was Jagannath Shankar Shet. Even though his name was this, but his original surname was Murkute. Okay, his original surname was Murkute. His family moved to Mumbai for trade. Okay, for trade or for business, you can say. Simple terms, they moved to Mumbai for business, and his father was a goldsmith, and also he was a diamond merchant. Now, from this, you can guess how rich he was, or you can say he belonged to a rich and a prominent family, prominently rich family. He belonged to a prominently rich family. He was quite rich, you can say. Okay, when he was small kid, at that point of time only he lost his mother. Okay, and when he was of 18 years, he lost his father. Okay, now talking more about this particular person, you can say about him was he was an expert. He was supposed to be an expert in Marathi, English, and Sanskrit. So he's a learned person. You can see this. Okay, he has learned different things. So he's an educated person. So it is obvious that he would be encouraging other people to go for education. Okay, he generally encouraged people to take education. Okay, he generally encouraged people to take education. This was the thing that he often pronounced. I told you that he had immense wealth. Okay, and whatever wealth he had, he spent it for the upliftment of poor, for the upliftment of poor. Okay, or the betterment of society, you can say. Okay, for the betterment of society. Okay. Next thing about him, what you can say was he further strived or he further contributed towards, see, where he contributed, I'll tell you just a bit in detail. What happened was the Elphinstone was a governor general at this point of time. Okay, Elphinstone was a governor, and what he was doing, he was framing an education policy for Bombay. He was framing an education policy for Bombay. And what happened at this point of time? He Jagannath Shankar Shet assisted him in framing the policy for Bombay, or how exactly the policy should be for the Bombay people. Okay, or what should all things should be included over here. All these things are mentioned by Jagannath Shankar Shet over here. Okay, he said that this all things should, to be included, or generally you can say he said the education which are imparting to the poor, it should not be in English, rather it should be in the vernacular languages, so that more people get enrolled in this particular course. Okay, so he has contributed immensely towards education. Now you know that Elphinstone helped him to do too many things, and that's what he has done. He has set up Elphinstone School and Elphinstone College. Elphinstone School and Elphinstone College were set up by him. Okay, Elphinstone School and Elphinstone College were set up by him. Okay, just give me 1 minute, guys. Just a minute. Yes. Sorry for the discrepancy. Okay, I was telling you what we are discussing. Okay, he established Elphinstone School and Elphinstone College. I have told you. The name was given the Elphinstone by Elphinstone because he helped immensely for the education of Indians. Okay, he did not restrict himself over here, but he has also established Bombay Native Society or Bombay Native Education Society to educate the Indians. Okay, also he has given financial assistance for students, literary and scientific society. Okay. So when railways were coming to India, or when railways were to come to India at that point of time, there was a company which was called as Great Peninsular Railway, Indian Railway Company. Okay, he was one of the 10 directors. There were 10 directors to this particular company, and of these 10 directors, one was Jagannath Shankar Shet. You can imagine how rich he was. Okay, talking further about him, he was very keen for the girls' education, or you can say for women's education. He was very keen for women education or girls' education. And for that particular thing, what he has done is he himself has started a girls' school at his Bombay residence. Okay. He started a girls' school at Bombay residence. See, you can see what all things he has done or what all contributions he has made for the society. It's clear from this particular things. Now, you can also say uh, he contributed in establishment of Department of Education. Okay, Department of Education. He also contributed in the establishment of Department of Education. Okay, and now you can say due to his efforts, the Elphinstone College and all whatever he has done, he finally laid the foundation of Bombay University. Okay. Also, he started the first political organization of Maharashtra called as Bombay Association. Okay, this was supposed to be the first political organization, and this was started with the help of Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay. He, with the help of Dadabhai Naoroji and some prominent thinkers of that particular time, okay, they have established together a thing called as Bombay Association. And this Bombay Association is a political organization which kept the demands of Indians in front of the British government. Okay, the first ever political organization you can say about this particular thing. And then you can say that he was a great philanthropist. What do you mean by philanthropist? It means a person who gives too much of donation. If you go and check the list of all the old schools in Mumbai, okay, then you will find the name of this particular person in the trustees of almost all the schools in Mumbai. Okay, so he some at some point or the other, whatever are the ancient schools in Mumbai, to every school he has given some sort of donations. Why? Because he was very keen in promoting the education. Okay. Also, he encouraged the people who were working for public sector. Means what? The people who are unemployed. Okay. He used to provide them funds and he used to tell them that go and work for the development of the people. He was such a generous person by his heart. Okay. And that's why, due to all such achievements, he was also called as architect of modern Mumbai, Bombay. Okay. He is also called as architect of modern Bombay. Often is referred by this particular name, that is architect of modern Bombay. Now you know that at this point of time there was a thing called as Bombay legislature. A Bombay legislature was set up, and he was supposed to be the first Indian to be a part of Bombay legislative council. Okay, there was a legislative council for the Bombay, and Jagannath Shankar Shet was supposed to be the first person to be the member of this legislative council. And due to all these things, okay, or what he did, he kept the view of Indians in front of the parliament. He made parliament, I'm saying, sorry, it is legislative council, and he told them to make some laws in the favor of people or citizens of Bombay province. Okay, that's why Acharya Atre, a person called as Acharya Atre, what he calls him, Acharya Atre, calls this particular person as the uncrowned emperor of Mumbai. Okay. Acharya Atre calls him an uncrowned emperor of Mumbai. And you can say finally in 1865 he dies. Okay, in 1865 he dies. So this is the information which is given about Jagannath Shankar Shet in your state board. Okay, just after listening to this particular lecture, you have got that PDF, okay, which I uploaded on the Telegram group. Just download it and read the part of Jagannath Shankarship from there. The whole concept should be clear. No need to mug it up. Just listen to this particular lecture, and after this, read it once. Everything would be done then. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this particular session. Thank you.